What up, Wrestling World? I'm Heel Steven. I am back with a new video. I want to give my quick thoughts on my TNA Impact Wrestling review for November the 12th, 2014. Overall, I thought this was a decent episode by TNA. It kicked off with James Storm and the Revolution as they call out the Wolf to see what's Davey Richards' decision, whether or not he would join the Revolution or not. And Davey Richards pretty said, you know what, James? I am a wolf, you are crazy, and no, he will not join the Revolution, which caused the Revolution to attack both the Wolves. And then after that, James Storm busted out the Feast of Fire briefcase, which gave him the opportunity to get a tag team title shot, and he cashed it in. And you literally have Eddie Edwards just there just to be attacked, if you will. Out comes Abyss. Everyone thought Abyss was going to make the save, and it ended up being that Abyss was joining the Revolution, and Abyss and James Storm became the new tag team champions. Now, I read this a couple weeks ago, as you all may know, and now that I'm watching it on TV, I thought to myself, you know what, at the end of the day, it's not a bad move. And here's why I'm saying this, because if you think about it, did you really want to see the Wolves versus the Hardys for the millionth time already? We've seen it before. This is something new, something different. I get it. You know what? It's James Storm and Abyss. I get that. In my opinion, James Storm, right now, where he's at in the company, he should be competing for the world title. He should be a heel going after the world title. Imagine this, James Storm, Bobby Roode feuding for the world title now with James Storm the heel, Bobby Roode the face. I think it could work, but then again, who knows, right? Then you have Madison Rayne versus Taryn Terrell. An okay match with good pace back and forth. Taryn wins this match, and later on in the night, you had Gail Kim and Taryn Terrell in Kurt Angle's office wanting to face Havoc, and then Angle's like, alright, next week it'll be Taryn Terrell versus Gail Kim versus Havoc for the Knockouts title. And after that, we had Kenny King in the ring. He's pretty much insulting Chris Melendez and Anderson, and pretty much he's saying, you know what, Melendez, I want to match with you next week, and let's see if you can do it or not. Even though if you think about it, Melendez already beat Kenny King, I think a couple weeks ago back on Impact, but there you go, they're gonna have it next week. From what it looks like, at the end of it, you had Kenny King attack Anderson to give him some heat. The crowd booed him, the crowd was chanting USA, because obviously Chris Melendez was from the Army, and being that it was Veterans Day week, if you will. So there you go. After they had the Menagerie versus the Bromance in an elimination match, this to me was a whatever match. Ended up with Crazy Steve from the Menagerie and Jesse Goddard from the Bromance. Ended up with the Menagerie getting the win. After this, you had Eric Young versus Tyrus. This was a short match with EY getting the win after he hit Tyrus with the elbow from the top turnbuckle. And during this match, EC3 trying to interfere, but Spud prevented that by hitting him. At the end of the match, you had Lashley coming out to attack both Eric Young and Spud, which caused Austin Aries to come out to make the save, setting up tonight's main event between Austin Aries and Bobby Lashley. Then you had Samoa Joe coming out to the ring saying he has an injury, he's not clear to compete, hasn't been cleared for a while, and he had to surrender the X Division title. And he said that the X Division title is the best division in pro wrestling today. I kind of dig that for a little bit. He pretty much bringing back some prestige back to the X Division, if you will. And he says that whoever's the champion when he comes back, he's gonna go after that title. After he had a backstage promo from Bram challenging Tommy Dreamer to a hardcore match. Just when we needed another hardcore match. Come on. I am sick and tired of seeing a hardcore match on TNA. Literally, I get it. Bram is hardcore, but he doesn't need to have a hardcore match to be quote unquote hardcore. He can be hardcore by being a badass, beating people in the ring, not having another hardcore match. And what do you know? After that, you had Gunner and Samuel Shaw in a no DQ match. Pretty much in a nutshell, a hardcore match, their weapons used. Like literally, it wouldn't be a TNA show without a hardcore match, for fuck's sake. But overall, this was an okay match. Shaw losing at the end. You had Brittany trying to interfere, distract Gunner, screaming at him to no avail. And then you had the main event, Austin Aries and Lashley. The match ends in a double count out. At the end of it, you had Lashley attacking Aries on the outside of the ring, him locking the crossface on Aries, him pretty much calling out Bobby Roode. Obviously, Bobby Roode was quote unquote out promoting TNA outside, doing media work, if you will. And I find it kind of ironic how he attacked Eric Young and Austin Aries, both friends of Bobby Roode. But nonetheless, there was an Impact this week. Overall, decent show. If you missed it, go out and watch it for yourself. See what you missed. That's all I want to say about this, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of this video. Your thoughts on Impact as a whole. Leave the video a like. And as always, hate, comment, or subscribe. I'm Heel Steven. I'll catch you later next video. I'm out. Peace.